I'm used to. Thank you guys very much. Real quick, I had, they had an event over the weekend that I won the chili.
Chili cook-off winner.
And I mean, the big thing for me was, the donation, my charity was the Lake Regional Cancer Center. We're gonna give, I think there's around
$400.
So I'm very proud of that. So thanks. That was fun. In the assessment office, of course, right now we're in, we're receiving all the personal property forms back. 45,000 or whatever that is. The business personal property, for personal property and leases. We're also in the middle of SB 190. So this is the second year for the senior tax freeze. You gotta be 62 years old, gotta own a place here at Lakeview, so gotta be a permanent resident. And what we do is we freeze your tax bill from the previous year. And as long as you sign up every year, don't build it, your taxes don't change. It's almost like a tip. Everybody's working with tips. We're giving people a tip. So now, the only problem with that is if you construct something, if you build a new 3-car garage, if you build a new addition on your house, if you do things like that and you build, we're gonna grab that. We can refreeze it, but we're gonna grab it. What it protects you from is if I decide things need to go up 15% or 10% or whatever it is, that's what it protects you from is the assessment. So, it's pretty straightforward. I don't know if there's any questions that any of you have about it.
Marty, if you add a 2-car garage, 3-car garage, but your house is frozen in tax code, when that new addition goes on tax code, is your house, your main dwelling, reevaluated up to current and then?
I don't think so. I think we would just take that value. And there's questions like that. My understanding was, take the value we have, take the garage, take that value, put them together and refreeze. I'm sure there's arguments against that. There's all kinds of things, but to me, that's the easiest way, the simplest way. And it wasn't a very, the law or the bill wasn't a real plug on what we were supposed to do. And I tried to make it very simple. I screwed that up this year. People in my office have done a very good job of writing up this paper. And some of you may have got a letter. Anybody in here to the letter? No? Okay. We put this letter together to send out to everyone 65 years and older. Went through the voter rolls. The guys and the people in the office did, and they tried to narrow it down to the people that we needed to go to and not waste a bunch of money and stuff. So the letter, my folks in the office had it all laid out. I didn't like it. So I asked all of them. And then I really screwed up. So I've learned my lesson. They let me know real quick I screwed it up. This year's letter, this next year's letter will be a little different. I've learned. And they've laid off a little bit off of me over that. I just have to be careful at how much of your money I spend on a program for you versus how much it's really saving. Because if I'm not raising your property value, it's not showing that you're saving any money. So, I can't spend $100,000 on new software, computer programs, and they have them already for this. I just don't feel it's smart to do to spend all this money of yours to try to save you $30,000 as a whole. as a county. I was in private business, and that would have been a very good way for me to become bankrupt and out of business. So I'm trying to watch that. And still get it out to the people and get it out to everyone. We made the letter, we paid the postage right out of the assessment office. It's your money, so, we were just trying to watch that, how much we spend. Of course, being the second year, and after I screwed up what they had done in the office, I think the third year, rolling it out, having the form online, maybe a fillable form online for some people that came down, being able to mail it back, talking to legal right now of whether it needs to be notarized. We are notarizing everything now. That's a question. If it doesn't have to be notarized, it allows some seniors, where they can just print it out, fill it out, whatever, and send it back to us with the information. So it would make it a lot easier to do that for those people. So there's lots of ideas, and I'm open to any of them, especially after what I know this year. So
Green County is doing it online because they had a snafu with the QR code. It was going to a third party site, and then they were ads popping up, people were signing up. So,
yeah. Well, and it does, and that goes right back to how much money of yours do I spend? Because I'm a restaurant. Well, you're people as a whole, and I'm talking as a whole, the county. The county hasn't raised, so with that being said, that's another big political fight at the state level. House Bill 999, wanting to give the state tax commission full control over the assessors, state of Missouri. So what that would do is, I don't work for you. I have to listen to 3 bureaucrats, Jeff said, tell us, all of us, what is best for Camden County. And we're fighting it. If you guys know anybody, better fight it, because then what it does, it takes it out of whoever you elect, be the assessor of Camden County. It takes all the power away from us, and it lets 3 people decide. I want all Camden County's taxes for values to go up, which is going to cause your tax bill to go up. And they can just continually do it year after year after year, and there's nothing you can do about it. And it all stemmed over Jackson County, in the city, of getting in a big fight up there, spending $18 million to raise property values everywhere from 10% to 300%. And I know it happened because I've looked at tax bills. Because we have a lot of Jackson County residents that have property here. And they did this. State Tax Commission gets yelled at by a state rep for allowing them to do it. State says, you can't do that. Now they're telling all the rest of us to do it. They don't want Jackson County to do it. There's too much heat on them. So they tell them to lower it back. Jackson County says, no, we're not listening to you. We don't have to listen. So State Tax Commission sues Jackson County for raising their property values. Make sure I get this right. State Tax Commission loses the lawsuit. So the property taxes fail. Now they introduce 99999. The rep put it in so that the State Tax Commission has authority over us. And once an order is given, if we don't follow it, they will freeze our sales tax money in Camden County or Jackson County. Where did sales tax money come in? Where did these 3 people have anything to do with this? It's crazy, it's politics. I feel like I work for the voters of Camden County, period. That's the end of the discussion. That's all. You can put me in here, and thank you for doing it for the next 4 years. but you can also fire them. And it's your choice. I know we all have different ideas and we don't all agree on everything, but still Camden County. I don't care about what's over Jackson. It's
Well,
not
Jackson County doesn't
not
have
my
elected assessors.
Exactly. I'm sorry, I didn't mention that. Jackson County's assessor is not elected. And we can have conspiracies of why they did this, of why they raised these people's values so high, of the tax bills to go up. You know, I've heard ballpark, it's the ballpark, they want to build, it's this. I don't know what it is. But I know the people of Jackson County, I've talked to a ton of people that, I always like to say they know how to manage money. These people are broke. They live in big houses, they have nice homes. And I've talked to some of those people that were gonna have to move from Jackson County because they couldn't afford their tax bills. They are on a fixed income. I don't care if it's $50,000 a year or $500,000 a year, it's still a fixed income. And if you're charging this person up here so much money, they can, if they're on a fixed income, they can't go broke. They cannot afford their home. So it's crazy. We're fighting that. Right now, we're fine. Our numbers are fine. But this would be across the state. So the state tax commission would have authority if they gave me an order to raise everybody's property taxes 15%. It's not a question. It just goes up. Your value goes up 15%. And it's going on right now. There's 75 counties in the state of Missouri that's fighting this. And then we also look at it. I can pretty much tell you, I'm going to go out of here. I'm not doing it. I don't work. And whether they do this or not, I'm not going to do it. I'm not following. I'm not telling you that your property values may not go up. I'm telling you that I'm going to worry about Camden County, not going to. I don't want to. I wasn't elected. So.
Do you think that our county with our tax, our basis that we've got, the amount of property that we would be a target for higher taxes if that comes through?
No, I don't.
No. It would, but
I don't think so.
You haven't raised in what, 6 years now? 6 years?
No, there's been things raised. There's been areas raised, and that's another thing. To blanket everybody under one thing, it sounds fair. It's really not. Because we could have an area. I'm not gonna name an area, but just there's areas in Camden County that you can't sell homes in. You know that. And there's better. So to blanket everybody, that's not. I always thought when I first got in, I thought, well, if I'm going to do it to one person, I'm going to do it to everyone. That's not true. It's not fair. There's areas that, hey, things are going great. You realtors, you guys know there's areas that you can get a listing this on. You can just make a phone call, it's gone. There's other areas that's not like that. So we do have to kind of watch that. But it's tough. It's tough. And then we got the lake elevation line fight. That would be devastating. I think that's, when that next meeting is.
yeah, it's 29 or something like that.
So,
29 is coming up.
if anybody lives around that lake, well, it doesn't matter, all of us in Camden County,
Yeah.
we should be very concerned.
River properties, everything.
River properties, and who knows where it would go to, being in a floodplain. Now, if you don't have a mortgage on your house, great.
March 28th, 9 o'clock. We got a public meeting on the third floor of the courthouse.
And that is a very dangerous thing for this, like, is if that floodplain, if they change that to 672,
674.
it puts Highway 54 in Lynn Creek underwater, it puts the animal hospital underwater, just to give you an idea of what it looks like. But everywhere that touches you, if you have a mortgage, FEMA is going to sell you the insurance, and it's not, they're not asking, they're telling you. And I'm sure some of you know the prices of flood insurance is not gonna be cheap. And somewhere it's gonna trickle down to the rest of us that don't have it. You know, it will, it'll kill it will kill Lake Meals. And we're not the only target on that, that was across, I think, the whole United States. So. Real estate in the office, real estate, I don't see it slowing down. I mean, Jimmy Christmas, we can't keep up with the construction. We can't make that fast enough. They're building. There's a big push for RV sites. Anybody seen that? We get all these RV sites, all these fancy RV sites. I mean, very expensive RV sites.
I got a big problem with the vision overturning that plan. Voted down 8-0, but then we've got over 1,250 new RV sites on West Side Lake. West Side Lake, RV park for the state.
I kind of thought that myself. These, what do they call them? Toy garage? No, not toy hauler.
Oh, the man.
Toy garage, the man caves and the stuff like that. Guys, that's tough on our office. Because we don't go inside. And I can't look inside and say, hey, you know, I know what yours looks like, so I'm gonna value it at the $200,000 that you gave for it. That's what you gave for it, or that's what it's worth. You're fine with 200, maybe you gave 250. But then I let these two in the back here, they've got one, but I don't know what it looks like, so you know, they put it in as a metal garage. And it's $65,000 or what else. Those are tough on us since we don't go inside. What?
Oh, we just put off on a whole traffic trail.
People call me and say, it's like, you look at the pictures, I look at the pictures and I'm like, well, is it a house? Is there a house inside that middle building? Looks like a warehouse. But they've got, yeah, we picked up the air conditioning, the water and the sewer and all that, it's a site change. The only problem is the outside of it looks like a warehouse, so is there a house in there or not?
We talked about the one down there. With the don't see that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some up on 54. KK, right before you, on the old highway, like past Midwest Block and all that. There's some right there. Actually, I think there is some there at the old rock quarry. They're going, once you go through Lincoln Creek, go past the KOA, go down where the mini or storage place is. As you start up the hill, there's a driveway there, and it's in behind that, and there's two buildings back there that they're big. I mean, we've got the buildings, but I'm not sure what the inside looks like. But I'm going inside. I think they're empty right now. I don't think they're being used for much of anything. But these are B sites. Wow. And I was told the other day that they're going to, I was called by planning and zoning and asked how I would assess it. I said, well, I'm gonna assess it to the owner of the property, and we're gonna go by per site. Oh, wait a minute, whoa, we're not doing it that way. What are you doing? We're gonna parcel off and deed off each site. Okay, that's fine. But if you don't, you're getting all the tax bill for all these ads. And that's how we're gonna aim. I'm not chasing. The four of you have a site somewhere that someone else someone else's property. I'm not gonna chase these four down. Every time it changes from one person to another, that had been being done for many, many years here. We're not doing that anymore. You own it. You let them put it there. You're paying taxes on it. You collect the taxes from it. I don't have time to chase those things.
These simple RV park, are they gonna surrender their titles and take those currently affixed RVs?
I don't know what they're gonna do. I know the deeds that come through the recorder's office had better have people's names on them other than XYZ company or XYZ LLC, whatever.
When you talk about an RV park, you're not talking about like a weekend rental, you're talking about people who are like fixing and staying with it for long periods of time.
Well, the way these people talk was, no, it's an RV park. You can bring your fifth wheeler, set it on your pad. You can leave it there. Of course, you're not here year round, or most people would be. When you leave, this company will rent out your spot if you want. That's how they make money. They get 30% of the fee if they rent it out. Now, they're doing this in other,
And they are selling their individual lots.
they are selling those individual lots to those people. There's a swimming pool projected to be there, there's a clubhouse. I seen a picture of it, it's really nice. I mean, it is really nice.
No different than one of the condo.
You're kind of right. Yes, a condo. So, I told him, I said, as long, now, the swimming pool and the clubhouse, if you have 100 sites and every one of those sites has 100 interest in that pool and that deal, it can be common ground. But if that company still owns that pool or that clubhouse, it's taxed. It has to be given up title wise to all your landowners.
Do you know if planning and zoning will planning and permitting
Yeah,
is making all those sites be 5,000 square feet?
out of my hands. I don't know.
No.
No, I would assume yes. I don't know. And because when they called me, they called from planning and zoning. PNC called, they were all on the phone call because that's where they were at. And they were asking, what do we have to do? There's supposedly, I'm sorry, I forgot the name of it. They have one in Texas. I looked online, granted, we can put anything online and make it look good. But this place, looking online, it was top notch. I mean, it was, and they had tiny homes on some of the lots. They had tiny homes, they had RVs, they had like a little cabin. So
Marty, is this where Millstone Lodge used to be?
I'm not sure where.
No, it's
They
down,
didn't give me the location of where they were.
Okay.
it's down TT or MM or I guess.
Maybe, yeah.
So, down
The
to-
west side has, like you said, which, you know, as much about this as I always do. I'm not always told about these projects, but, there's a ton.
Oh, yeah, Frankie and Louis, expanded and I sold a bunch of acres off to a guy that's got a whole bunch of RVs already put in. Cat Bronx expanded.
Right. But as far as the office goes, I mean, I'm always open, you guys are always welcome. I take criticism well,
Oh, where are you going, how do we get our property taxes lower?
How do you get them lower? As much as I don't like I don't raise property taxes. Guys, if we have to lower them in Camden County, we're all in trouble. The taxes are gonna be your least worry. No, they're not going down. We have a downturn in it, no. We don't wanna go. We all know where that money goes. Right now, our departments, our schools, of course, everybody wants more. We all want more. But I think the schools do a great job, the fire departments, the ambulance districts, you know, everybody that, the people that I work with, talk to them a whole lot. I assume everything's fine, because I figure if it's not, they'll be in my office. But they, you know, they're doing as good a job as they can do with their budgets and their money, but it seems like that we have nice things. We all agree. If you really step back, get all the politics, get all the bad stuff. Camden County's pretty nice. I mean, we have nice things. We have nice schools, we have nice fire departments. We definitely needed those fire departments last week.
Talking about that, how much money on that bill of 190 that has been saved?
That has been saved, yeah. Last year, when they ran the numbers, it was about $30,000 across the whole county. So you break that down, 75, 80% goes to the schools, so and they're the big players, so and that was that scattered through 7 school districts, or 6 school districts. So you know, right now, they didn't lose a whole lot. You know, they're not losing, they're not.
So the budget wasn't affected by.
No, nobody's budget was really, they probably didn't waste time. Now, I can make it look different. And that's what I struggle with, trying to think about this, of how this really works. You know, you can make it look however you want. You know, I start raising values on people that their values doesn't go up, and it make it worse. You know, people that are 62 and frozen, I can raise your value 300%. Well, who cares? Because it's froze back here. But it makes it look like that school would have got all that money. So that could be a little, there's some things in there that could be a little tricky. And make it look like, you know, that's when we talked to the school, sort of talked to the school the first time. It's like, guys, we're not stopping paying taxes. You're still getting your tax bill. Now, there's a little group of people over here, it's not going to increase from. All the rest of us, if the school levy goes up, I pay more. I'm not 62 yet. But those people that are 62 and older, we're just separating them out. They don't have. So,
From a realtor standpoint, I want to sell a house to somebody that's 65, the property tax has been frozen. I need to know somehow what the valuation is, so I can put it on there, how much you guys will be.
and that is something. You need to call and make sure that there's not some triggering mechanism that's going to raise it. Okay, especially after it's been frozen. That's probably something. Yeah, we need to get that out to the realtors. I'm sure the folks up in the real estate office and told realtors that. Again, we're struggling with trying to keep up with, we're trying to make sure we tell it, trying to tell everybody everything. Sometimes it's a little past us, we don't think about it.
And those have to be by what, June or July?
Every January to June, you have to sign up for it. And so far, everybody, I think everybody's pretty happy with it. They haven't saved a ton of money, but again.
So this year, you're everybody being reassessed. So those,
Well,
it is,
we're done.
oh, we're done,
We're done.
okay. So
We're down to 26.
okay, so for those that are froze, 62 and older, do those get reassessed every year? So in the case that you're talking about, then.
Same way. They'll get
Okay.
the same reassessment that everybody else does.
Right, so then if your home does sell, then you already have a value as a value on that.
Yeah, we have to keep that track.
I figured, okay.
That's where the schools, by running, yeah. The school, that's where when at the end of the year, we have to give a report to all the entities what it is and what it should be. Right? So that's where they get there, and when we get too far a gap here, schools, and I'm not saying Camden, I'm saying everybody. But that's when the state of Missouri, the schools are going to sue us. That's right. We're going to. So it's.
But every time one of those homes sells, then it just resets.
It resets, it's a new buyer, maybe that buyer's not 62, that's why you have to sign up there.
But even if they are 60, they get reassessed.
Exactly, yeah, exactly, it would have to start, yes,
Level
Refreeze.
yeah. You read.
No, Camden County does not mandate that a new buyer fill out that form, correct? I know whenever somebody
Oh, we
buys
don't
it,
mandate that you do,
right, so how do you find out what the new value is, go on sale or something to see what the
No,
sold price is?
No, because I can't do that. This is a non-disclosure to the county. We don't have sale, but we don't have.
I mean, because if somebody, say somebody passes and they transfer the title, there's no sale, it goes to an heir. But the heir is younger than 62, so that every year, you know, what happens at that point? Do they get reassessed or they just start paying the old?
No, it would be reassessed. We go to, it would be we call it reset, yes, in our system, it reset.
Go back to that, why you get required every year. Yeah.
Right now, the state wants you to do it, whatever, 2 years?
We do reassess it. That's reassessment.
Right.
So we're closed 25 is done. We'll make some adjustments, but 25, we're out of 25, 26. Books are closed. Yeah, fun. I wish some of you guys would come and told me before I started this. Or you don't want to do that. It's not. Thank you.
And you're already was worried about not having anything to talk about.
Yeah.